Football. Today, it's the world's greatest passion. Fans roar, players fight, stadiums hold their breath, and in the midst of all that chaos, the sound of a whistle echoes. A referee speaks, and the world falls silent. But where did this authority come from? When did a referee first control the game? How was the profession of refereeing born? Or in other words, what was football like without a referee?
After review, there was no offside offense. However, prior to the goal, there was a foul committed by St. Louis. The final decision is direct free kick.
In the early 1800s, football was played in the countryside of England. But it looked nothing like the game we know today. No halfway line, no offside, and no referee. The players themselves controlled the match. Each team's captain acted as a kind of referee. Fair play was the rule, but when opinions clashed, so did players. Some matches didn't end with goals, but with fistfights. As the game grew, rules became inevitable.
Finger pointing here, referee right on the spot, and Davids won't leave it alone. In fact, the referee is pushing Repcar away. There's a certain hand.
In 1845, Eton College introduced the idea of the umpire. Each team would bring their own umpire, and when those two disagreed, a third person would step in. That person was called the referee, someone who is referred to for a decision. In the beginning, referees didn't even step onto the pitch. They stood on the sidelines and intervened only when summoned. But this quiet figure would slowly move toward the center of the game. In 1871, the FA Cup was officially launched. For the first time, neutral match observers were assigned. Then, in 1891, everything changed. Referees began entering the pitch. With a whistle in hand, they watched every move and controlled the flow. This marked the true beginning of modern refereeing. But something was still missing. Fights, confusion, and disputes still filled the field. Why?
And there's trouble already. There's a fight going on in the middle there.
Let's go to the 1966 World Cup quarterfinal. England versus Argentina. German referee Rudolf Kreitlein verbally warned English player Jack Charlton. But here's the twist. Charlton only found out about the warning in the newspaper the next day. Confused, he contacted referee committee chairman Ken Aston for clarification. After that phone call, Ken Aston left Wembley Stadium by car. As he drove, he pondered, how can we make warnings clear for players, for fans, for the game? Then he stopped at a red light. Watching the light change from yellow to red, inspiration struck. Why not apply this to football? Yellow equals caution. Red equals stop, you're out. Players would understand, fans could see, the message would be clear. Ken Aston proposed the idea to FIFA, and in the 1970 World Cup, cards were used for the first time. Now, referees didn't just speak, they held up a card that declared, "This is the rule of the game." Today, when a referee reaches for their pocket, everyone holds their breath, because in that pocket lies the power to change everything. Yellow and red cards. And each card doesn't just remove a player, it can change the fate of the match itself. A simple traffic light moment became a universal language for football, and that language is the referee's voice.